It is time for Forbidden Door, and I'm Tony Schiavone in the Control Center. The wait of the wrestling fans around the world is almost over. Tonight, we bring you the pay-per-view event, Forbidden Door, live from the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto and exclusively on pay-per-view. Our broadcast begins tonight at 7/6 Central with 0 Hour, the pregame show that you can see on our YouTube channel. Then at 8/7 Central, straight up, it's the pay-per-view mega event featuring the stars of both AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, Forbidden Door. For the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship, the champion Kenny Omega defends against the man he dethroned at Wrestle Kingdom, Will Ospreay.
This is my moment now. So you're either gonna pass this torch, or I am going to take it from you. For all the people that are gonna watch me at the Tokyo Dome and watch you're just not quite ready to grab that torch yet.
Opinions about pro wrestling are subjective, but there's quite a few people that think Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom earlier this year was one of the best matches of all time. It was brutal. It was violent. And it was a battle for supremacy.
Kenny Omega showed no mercy, and Kenny Omega left Will Ospreay lying in a pool of his own blood.
I don't think Kenny Omega is looking to pass the torch to anybody.
Kenny Omega was able to survive against a man very much his equal, every bit as good as Omega.
364 days a year, you're a better wrestler than me. But it only takes one to be a champion.
Kenny Omega! Remember me? I'm the guy you left covered in my own blood and the Tokyo Dome. I'm back for revenge! You took the words right out my mouth. Things are getting dangerous now. That's familiar feeling.
To prove that I'm still the best. To prove that I'm still the true champion. Well, look in the mirror and look what I've done to you.
You took a whole piece of me in the Tokyo Dome. Now I get even, bruv. And this is what it's all about. Forbidden Door, AEW, I'm on your turf, mate. I'm gonna cut your head off and hold it out for everyone to see.
There's a Will Ospreay that enjoys inflicting pain that borders on psychopathy. That is the Will Ospreay that Kenny Omega is facing at Forbidden Door.
This is going to be one for the ages. Who's going to win the battle?
I look in the mirror and I see a winner. I see a legend. When you look in the mirror, you're the same as you've ever been. There can be only one ringleader. I'm not ready to give up that spot. I'm not ready until you take it from me.
I got a point to prove, mate. I am the best wrestler in the world. It's time to show up. You should have killed me when you had the chance. Now, I will walk into your territory and I'm bringing back the IWGP United States Championship.
I don't lose big matches. You don't stand a chance.
Omega and Ospreay, a match that could get out of control, especially that you may know by now that Don Callis has injected himself into the mix. The AEW World title will be on the line. MJF defends against Japanese legend, the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Who would you like to defeat at Forbidden Door if you're going to wrestle in
Forbidden Door? That
to prove that you're better than that promotion?
Oh God, it's a indie fed, dude. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. Look, with all due respect, their greatest legend probably couldn't lace my boots.
MJF talks poorly about everybody. What is new? He can badmouth Tanahashi. He can badmouth New Japan Pro Wrestling. He can badmouth Adam Cole. To me, right now, it's just noise.
僕にはね、何言ってんだこいつって思いましたけどね。生意気ですね。はい。
The fact that I have to defend the grandest prize of them all, the Triple B, the AEW World Heavyweight title, against some no-name jabroni, is a joke.
Hiroshi Tanahashi is not a challenge to be taken lightly. Hiroshi Tanahashi is a living legend. MJF has never stepped foot in the ring with a competitor like Hiroshi Tanahashi.
I like Tanahashi's chances because this guy is a top guy. And he's been a top guy for a long time. He's got a ton of experience, and he's got a size advantage on MJF. This is going to be tough for MJF, I promise.
Hey, Max, great match. Speaking of matches, it's actually been made official. It's going to be you versus Tanahashi at Forbidden Door.
Come again?
Tanahashi.
Yeah, no, sweetheart, I heard you. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that one, actually. Yeah, don't feel like giving a world title shot to some rando from a rinky-dink indie fed in Japan. Do I think that after this year, hopefully, that I embarrass a quote-unquote ace and legend so much that Tony Khan realizes that Forbidden Door is an unnecessary pay-per-view? Yeah, I guess in that way, it's exciting to prove that this is stupid.
I think MJF knows the wrestling landscape better than he wants to let on. He knows New Japan Pro Wrestling better than he wants to let on. And he knows Tanahashi better than he wants to let on. If MJF can poke and prod, then he's pushed the buttons in Tanahashi. He's made the man mad and made him more susceptible to a mistake once the bell actually does ring.
MJF, you're a coward. I dare you to show up and Forbidden Door, so I can show you what is the strength of the NJPW.
For the millionth time, maybe adjust your hearing aid, Tom.
MJF, wait a minute. I want you to really think about your answer here, okay? Because I know you're trying to prove that you're not a coward, but I really hope this isn't because you think Tanahashi is better than you.
There's nobody quite like Hiroshi Tanahashi.
I'm the world champ! Nobody's better than me!
I'm pretty sure that's kind of what it sounds like. You think that Tanahashi's better than you, Max?
One of the great wrestlers ever in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
He hits hard, he flies high, and he has everything to gain in this match.
Coward.
Damn it! Tanahashi! You want me in Forbidden Door? You're on!
F ちゃんと名前は覚えたからであとはその名前を過去の歴代チャンピオンの名前にするだけ新しいチャンピオンは ACE のこの俺がなります
Tanahashi is a multiple-time world champion in New Japan. And that's great if you feel that New Japan is the promotion, which, if you do, you're a mark. I happen to be the world champion holding the most prestigious professional wrestling championship in the world. There's levels to this. And Tanahashi, with all due respect, you are not on the level of the devil.
This is a match, as you know by now, MJF refused. But he's going to have to put the title on the line against one of the greatest ever to come out of Japan. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Sonata defends against Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
If you went into ChatGPT or OpenAI and said, show me a marquee star, it would gen up something very similar looking to Sonata.
For Sonata, his journey in New Japan Pro Wrestling was a very unique one. He actually had to leave New Japan Pro Wrestling and come back to achieve his level of stardom.
A guy with movie star good looks, an amazing physique, the sense for professional wrestling that's nearly unmatched. And yet, it took him 7 years to get to the top.
IWGP 世界ヘビー級チャンピオン、真田です。IWGP の権威、チャンピオンの強さを6月25日に証明してみせます。
The list of people that have held the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship might as well be a list of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Tanahashi, Okada, Antonio Inoki.
Well, the history behind this title, the legacy behind this title goes on forever.
フォビドゥンドアでは IWGP 世界ヘビー級王座オープンチャレンジを行います。誰がこのオープンチャレンジに挑戦してくれるのか楽しみにしてます。AEW からのアンサーも待ってます。
When people win an IWGP championship in New Japan Pro Wrestling for the first time, they're often asked how it feels to hold the belt, and they talk about weight.
Go big or go home. Okada has the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Sonata's got his career at stake here tonight.
Not just the heaviness of the gold, but the weight of the lineage, of history, and of responsibility of being a champion.
And the champion driven down to one knee.
It's like he's angry at himself.
And the fire ignited.
Look on Okada's face right now is one of pain and embarrassment.
No! Yes! Can it be?
That's something that Sonata knows and that Jungle Boy doesn't.
At Double or Nothing, Jack Perry was half a heartbeat away from becoming AEW World Champion.
Jack Perry! Off the backs of the other two challengers! Got it! Two! Oh, so close!
Jack made a heck of a showing in the main event at Double or Nothing, came very, very close at becoming the World Heavyweight Champion.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to feel a little naked standing here next to Hook without a championship of my own. Now, I said I was gonna win a title this year, and I meant it. So that is why right now, I am officially accepting Sonata's open challenge for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
We have often said that Jack Perry, in the formative years of his career, believe it or not, he is, has a chance to become a singles champion. Why not the IWGP Heavyweight Champion? And why not take that shot? He's going to wrestle Sonata, who has been known, and I know he's a great champion, but he has been known throughout his career as mostly a tag team wrestler.
Likewise, Jack Perry, he was always in a tag team. He was somebody that people thought maybe was a supporting player, but not a main player.
And I think that brings us to today, two young guys in Sonata as the champion, and a guy from another company, from the United States, from California, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry get an opportunity. It's what Forbidden Door's about. It's what this event's about.
If Sonata loses at Forbidden Door, he'll have one of the shortest reigns as IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. That's not something I think he's comfortable with.
He's desperate to hang on to this title, to come to Canada, wrestle against an American, wrestle on a massive pay-per-view like this, and defend his title.
Sonata is going to be motivated headed into Forbidden Door. Jack Perry's got his own motivations.
It certainly seems that Skull End has gotten the attention of the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Sonata.
And this is going to be a battle of wills. This is going to be a battle of who wants it more.
The AEW International Championship is contested in a four-way match. Orange Cassidy defends against Katsuyori Shibata, Daniel Garcia, and Zack Sabre Jr. We'll have an incredible 10-man tag team match. The very dangerous Blackpool Combat Club teams with Konosuke Takeshita. Of course, Don Callis will be at ringside, I'm sure. And Shota Umino. And they will battle the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, Eddie Kingston, and Tomohiro Ishii. Tonight at Forbidden Door, an incredible trios match. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. Darby Allin, Sting, and their partner, Tetsuya Naito. We'll have a quarterfinal match in the men's bracket of the Owen Hart Foundation Memorial Tournament as CM Punk takes on Satoshi Kojima.
You know, pro wrestling is a wild thing. You know, 1 second you're on top of the world, you're a world champion, you're doing things that people told you were never gonna do. And then the next day, all of a sudden you're the old guy in the locker room, you know, and you start to question things. Thankfully, there's people like Kojima still in the business because he's a lot older than me and he's a lot wiser than me. He's probably tougher than me. Kojima's done things in this business that I've never done. Conversely, hell, I've done things in this business that Kojima's never done. And the both of us aren't going to be able to do much that the other one has done. Am I going to be able to win the IWGP title and simultaneously hold it with the All Japan Triple Crown? I don't know. Hourglass says no. Is Kojima going to be able to be ECW champion, ROH champion? Is he going to be able to do all the things that I've done in my career? There's short time left. Magic 8 Ball says probably not going to happen. But one thing we can do is get in the ring and we can lock up. And for the love of the game, we can find out on that night who's the better professional wrestler. And that's why I love this and that's why I do this. And I am thrilled and honored to be in the ring against somebody like Satoshi Kojima, to honor the memory, the legacy, and the life of somebody as special as Owen Hart. But yeah, when that bell rings, I'm gonna rip that f***er's ears off.
CM パンク、お前と初めて会ったのは2003年のいつだ ROH かアメリカで会ったな。それから20年経って初めて対決する。すごく楽しみにしてるよ。必ずお前を倒して俺が優勝するこのトーナメントに行っちゃうぞバカ野郎。I will kick your ass.
In singles action, Adam Cole collides with filthy Tom Lawler. And Toni Storm defends the AEW World Women's Championship against New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion, Willow Nightingale.
I think the whole wrestling world assumed that that title was created for Mercedes Moné.
No matter how hard you try. I represented All Elite Wrestling in the New Japan Strong Women's Championship Tournament.
The babe with the power!
Your girl, Willow Nightingale, went to the second round and faced Mercedes Moné.
Everyone is on hinge for this historic moment.
And I won!
History is made!
And she earned every moment of it. And the first thing on my mind is proving to everybody just how strong I am.
3 seconds absolutely changed Willow Nightingale's life. Maybe only Willow herself predicted that she would be walking out as the first NJPW Strong Women's Champion.
No matter how hard you try, you can't break me tonight. I'm living my best life. No need for the strife. I've recognized that the greatest responsibility of being a champion isn't necessarily living up to the expectations of other people, but rather it's being yourself and letting the best parts of you shine so that other people can see that it's not the championship that makes the champion, it's the person that makes the championship.
One thing you have to do is watch Willow come out, watch her music hit, and watch her clap, and watch that broad smile that she has, and you can see why fans are attracted to her.
Just those opening notes of her song brings the crowd to their feet.
Believe it or not, I do think that Willow Nightingale deserves to be the champion that she is. And the fans adore her for it, they love her. But I can see why. She's common folk, she's just like everyone else. She represents those people, but I don't. I don't care about any of these people.
Toni Storm is someone I've admired before I even came to All Elite Wrestling. I can't say that I love Toni's character. I don't think that I love her attitude. I don't even think that I like her work ethic and the way that she goes about professional wrestling. But I do respect the fight that she has in her.
So if she wants to challenge me, I'll meet her out there with a bunch of honor and a bunch of respect.
She doesn't respect my attitude? I'm not worried about what people say, especially the likes of Willow Nightingale. I don't respect her opinion. What she should be worried about is what I'm gonna do to her. Don't worry about my attitude. Worry about what's gonna happen to you at Forbidden Door.
Willow's very dangerous in the ring. Her athleticism combined with her strength and power.
Oh, man, that's impact. That's gotta be it. 2, 3. And it is.
It's going to be tough for Toni Storm, but Toni Storm has similar attributes, meaning her speed, her quickness, which is going to make for a really, really exciting match between these two ladies.
As a two-time AEW Women's World Champion, Toni Storm, I think, has to be the heavy favorite going into this match. But Willow Nightingale, she's proven that she can overcome the odds. She did it quite recently, and there's no reason why she couldn't do it again in Toronto.
Willow, no matter how hard you try, you will never have what it takes to be the AEW Women's World Champion like I am.
In what is being hailed as a dream match, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson meets the Rainmaker Japanese megastar Kazuchika Okada.
I like to push myself mentally and physically. I like to put myself in uncomfortable positions. But I also think when you hike in the desert, it really brings about what's important in life. It makes you see things clearly. When you hike, things come to you. When you meditate, things come to you. And one of the things that's come to me very strongly is to challenge people who other people think are the best wrestler in the world.
We train with the undisputed best wrestler in the world, and we bring a message.
For the last 10 years, I've heard people talk about how great you are.
Kazuchika Okada, a once-in-a-lifetime professional wrestler.
It's like Tiger Woods in the early 2000s.
And I've also heard in interviews, you said that you want to wrestle me. You want to wrestle Bryan Danielson. But I am the litmus test of great. You call yourself the Rainmaker, but you step in the ring with me, and you're getting into the desert, and there ain't gonna be no rain.
お前と同じリングに上がって砂漠だかなんだか知らないけどしっかりと金の雨を降らしてその干からびた砂漠潤してやる覚悟しとけこの野郎
I'm the fastest, I'm the best, I'm the most technically sound. I truly am the best. The best?
The best wrestler in the world!
Bryan Danielson has long been regarded as one of the best wrestlers in the world, if not the best wrestler in the world. And as of late, people have begun to think of him as the greatest wrestler of all time. But that conversation can't happen without Kazuchika Okada's name being included in it.
We are looking at perhaps the man that will one day go down as the greatest professional wrestler ever.
When you think about what this match means for wrestling fans and how the internet kind of exploded when the announcement came down that Danielson and Okada would go at it one-on-one, I really think the winner of this match has a right to say I'm the best in the world.
I know I'm good. I know I'm great. I want to see where Okada's at.
ね、その上回るほどのことをやってきたっていう自信もありますし、それが新日本プロレスだっていうものをしっかりと味わしたらと思います。
Kazuchika Okada, mentally, maybe just as sharp as Bryan Danielson.
He doesn't let people get under his skin. He stays calm, cool, and collected in even the most high-pressure situations.
There is so much that Okada knows that he does not show you. He is impossible to game plan for.
What makes him so special is his footwork. He's got explosivity, he's got quickness, he has a lot of power.
I have no doubt that Okada feels ready to wrestle me on a stage this big. I mean, he's main evented Tokyo Domes how many times? The difference is that he's going to be in the ring with me.
Bryan Danielson is one of the smartest, most highly technical professional wrestlers that have ever stepped foot in the ring.
Some say he's the best pure wrestler in the world.
those knee strikes. He can hit you from every different way and perfectly. His mat work is off the chain.
Right now, Bryan Danielson is the best Bryan Danielson I've ever seen.
There's a difference between strategy and tactics. Tactics are just individual things that you use at random times, but if you don't have a good strategy, tactics are useless.
Bryce Danielson! Rainmaker, no!
Spending time clearing your head gives you time to come up with a good strategy. I don't think Okada even thinks that deep about it.
Who is the best in the world? Is it Okada? Is it Danielson?
This is going to be a battle of wills. This is going to be a battle of pride.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of meeting. Who is the better man? And we're going to find out.
Brian, let's see who is the real best in the world at Forbidden Door.
There may be nobody, and I mean nobody, who can stop Kazuchika Okada.
If he doesn't give me the very best version of Okada, I'm gonna kick the out of him.
There's nothing wrong with being the second best wrestler in the world, unless you thought you were the best wrestler in the world.
At 42 years old, I am the best version of Bryan Danielson. And if Okada can beat me, maybe he is the best of a generation.
A battle between two men in one of the most anticipated matches we've ever been a part of. So, how can you join us for Forbidden Door tonight? It's very simple. Forbidden Door available on traditional pay-per-view and our U.S. digital pay-per-view provider Bleacher Report. Also available internationally on Fight.tv, PPV.com, Sky, and DAZN. You can see Forbidden Door on YouTube in Canada, the UK, Mexico, Germany, Italy, France, and South Korea. Plus, Forbidden Door is available in select Dave & Buster's locations, select Buffalo Wild Wings, select Tom's Watch Bar, and select Regal Cinemas, Cinemark Theaters, AMC Theaters, Imagine Entertainment Theaters, and Galaxy Theaters. Now, if you're coming to the event tonight live in Toronto, tickets are available at AEWTIX.com or Ticketmaster.ca. I'm Tony Schiavone. Join us tonight. It's Forbidden Door. It's only on pay-per-view.